Over 63% of toilets in government schools across the state are unfit for use. According to the Department of Public Instruction survey conducted after the pandemic outbreak, Unified District Information System for Education Plus report reveals that there are no separate toilets for girls in many Karnataka schools. A statement in November 2022 by the All India Democratic Students Organization stated that out of 74,925 schools, 2,628 schools do not have separate toilet for girls and boys, and a total of 3,522 school toilets are non-functional. There are many such alarming data when you look up concerning the toilet scenario in government schools. If you're wondering why we are talking about toilets today, my changemaker today is one such inspiring personality who has contributed relentlessly towards the toilets in government schools across Karnataka. Welcome to the fortnightly online talk show Sambhashana. I'm Neelima Sopashekar, presenting yet another inspiring conversation in Chainmaker series. I'm privileged to introduce Ms. Sangeetha Srikishen, who envisioned Smile Charitable Trust, which is committed to improving infrastructure and sanitation facilities in schools. Smile Charitable Trust has built over 250 toilet units in over 15 schools across Karnataka, with maintenance, the toilets, and creating employment opportunity. Also, Sangeetha and her team conducts personal hygiene and environment cleanliness awareness campaigns periodically in government schools. Sangeetha also uplifts underprivileged children for a better quality of education through the initiative Smile Vidyarthi. Sangeetha is also the founder of World Music Conservatory, a performing arts academy, and a very passionate music teacher herself. Sangeetha, a very warm welcome to you, and I'm thoroughly delighted to have you on Chainmaker series, and this is for great amount of inspiration for the kind of work that you're doing.
And I'm equally delighted to be, part of your Sambhashana series. And I don't know if I'm up to that, but well, thank you for this opportunity.
No, you are. The reason why I'm making this series is to have people like you. You should agree to this thought that you have done quite a lot of work in this, in this area. And that is the reason we are having this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now let us take a look of the inspiring work that you've been doing. To begin with, Sangeetha, tell us why toilets?
Well, I've always been inclined towards opportunities that came across to me to be of help around me, even from my school days. And during my school days, the sanitation facilities weren't great. And somehow, this was almost about 4 decades, I should say, ago. And I always had this in the back of my mind that this should never be a state of affair for the children going to school, for them to not be having clean toilets, and especially for the girl children. So that kept on lingering in my mind. And I guess after 40 years, I got lucky to, initiate the Smile Swachalaya.
That's very nice. Since you've been working, at the grassroots level on this aspect, can you throw some first-hand insights of what the ground reality is currently?
The ground reality is, I should say, including the management, people don't give importance to this toilet. They feel that's the last priority, I would say, or no priority at all. Off late, probably 5 6 years now, people have changed and feel yes, toilets are important. Yeah, to that extent. But again, they don't feel clean toilets are important, which
Okay.
I we play a vital role. And yeah, this is the biggest thing that needs to the mindset have to change.
Okay, okay, okay. For the last, over the years, you have been working in this field. And what are your greatest challenges when you go approach a school or when you start constructing? What have been your challenges?
Um, One is to convince the management whether they really want the toilets. And they say it's okay, we have such a big Maidan and the boys can go and the girls manage.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, that is one hurdle in the
mm-hmm.
place. And secondly, people do come forward for construction.
Okay.
Somehow that is taken care. The big
Mm-hmm.
challenge for me is the maintaining of these toilets. Maintaining
Okay.
our mantra as far as smile is concerned,
Yes,
and
yes.
finding it extremely tough to uh, meet ends here, especially
Mm-hmm,
the salaries of the staff who maintain these toilets in the rural.
mm-hmm.
We predominantly work with the rural schools, and
Yes.
yeah, if we are paying salaries as meager as 500 or 1000 per month, which is actually happening in the rural, who will be interested to actually take up that job? Or even if they're interested, can they make their ends meet? That's a
Yes.
challenge. People, I mean, they have salaries to pay the teachers, the supporting staff. This is the most important supporting staff that we have in a school, who has to be dedicated, and that's a challenge. Maintaining of toilets, to raise funds for the maintenance of toilets.
Okay, okay. Sangeeta, a little back to the, I'm going back to the fact that you said there is a mindset problem, when you mentioned about it. Why, why do you think that, when it comes up to government schools or the toilet, why do people have these kind of a mindset block that toilets are not required for the government schools?
It's not the government schools. It's basically schools who are needy
Mm-hmm.
in terms of infrastructure. One is, I mean, this is what I feel. I don't know. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in the Indian scenario, from ages, we have
Mm-hmm.
toilets called hitlu. It used to never be part of the. It used to always be outside the house, which
Yeah.
which was like almost like an apartheid. Toilets got nothing to do with what do you say, that muddy, say something that cannot be attached to I don't know, orthodox, that mindset. Probably that's somewhere in the back of the mind, people still have it, and that could be one of the reasons.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the other major reason is people not giving importance to the infrastructure of toilets and
Mm.
smart classrooms. Yeah, computers and all the smart classrooms, they don't have toilets. Because again, I feel the government should intervene, and also people who are funding the corporate should intervene and say that toilets are the first priority, and then you do your smart classroom. That could be, and these are the things that I see. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And what also is the thing is when India is progressing, we are talking about technology, we are talking about so many things right now, AI, big data, and so many things. But even if you look back, this is the most, what you say, required thing we are missing out on, having basic infrastructure back in schools, right?
Absolutely, I mean, this is the thing.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why I say you are such an inspiring person when you've gone ahead and you're doing such great work. Okay. Now, you have been closely working with the children, and also making them what you say understand the in terms of having a clean toilet, and many such activities that you do. And can you just give us a little bit of what you say glimpse on the impacts of having a clean toilet and a separate toilet for the children, and what has been the reaction from the student fraternity?
Uh, the impact has been unimaginably overwhelming, I should say. Definitely. Especially the girl children who have discontinued due to toilets not there, have now rejoined.
Mm-hmm.
You can hardly see dropouts because of the toilets not being there, because the toilets are there. So you don't have dropouts of the girl child. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big thumbs up, isn't it?
Yes, 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 yes. I know, and when what you say when back wherein when we were in Akshay Patra and we communicated, we had long discussion. In spite of the midday meal is being given for students to come to the school, they kind of go back because there are no toilet facilities, right?
Patra has been a great inspiration for me.
Mm.
In the sense, yeah, when I started off, it was more, I need to do something for a girl child. And when I was pondering, discussing this at home and checked out a lot of schools, I realized food is there. Akshay
Mm.
Patra is doing a great, I mean, yeoman service. And food is not what is required. So children are there till the food time, and after the food, when they have to actually answer the nature call, that is when is the challenge. Then when I came
Yes.
to discuss this with my husband, he said, I mean, he also mentioned during your school time, you kept mentioning like, about the toilets not being there. So why don't you do something in this line? And that is how this all started actually.
Yes, and also I read that a lot of your school classmates came in one of the reunions that this thought was come out.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And
Could
when
you
we
tell us
all,
that's a background of how the reunion happened, and what made you all come out with this Smile Charitable Trust?
well, we had a reunion, and in the reunion, after we all said goodbye to each other and stuff, I proposed saying that we have to do something to the society as this group, can we do it? And all of them came forward. They said, Sangeeta, whatever you do, we are with you. And
Mm.
we started off like every other, like you, like everybody. I think all of us do something or the other, like distributing books and stuff like that. And when I came back home, discussed this with my husband, like I told you after visiting schools, came up with this initiative called, building toilets. And I put this across to my classmates. They said, this is a wonderful thing. And then, we took it off.
Yes, yes. And also, Sangeeta, you have worked, tremendously with all section of people. What you say, be it the educational front and everything. During this course of time, you also ventured into the education aspect, also called the Smile Vidyarthi. Would you like to
Yes.
share, give us some bit of information about what this is all about, and what has been the journey with this as well?
Um, yeah. Uh, Smile Vidyarthi, what I observed generally was people were supporting, or the NGOs and corporate was supporting students who are doing good already. The merit supporting.
Mhm.
I realized maybe many people are doing it, I don't know. And I realized it's important to support first generation children who want to get into education. There is no background of education at all. And this is where we work. Our motto is, our policy rather, is not to support, not to give so much importance to merit. Merit is there, of course, Our main agenda is to support students from the uneducated pocket to put them into the educated, line them into.
Mhm. Okay, okay. And what are your future plans now with the toilets and education plan? Is there something coming up, Sangeeta? Something new?
Yeah, COVID was a setback, of course. Now slowly things are opening up. And
Mhm.
also realize that fundraising is the biggest thing, and also awareness.
Mhm.
I'm not so much into the media and stuff like that. Not many people are aware of what we are actually doing. We've constructed almost about 300 toilet units across Karnataka, and we also have supported close to about 150 children in under the Smile Vidyarthi scheme. Now I realized every year I need to do a mega annual fundraising show, so that
Mhm.
that whole year's requirement is taken care, which I'm planning
Okay.
soon, sometime in May end, or May end is what I'm planning.
Mhm. Okay, that's nice to know. And can you throw or share your experiences of what the learnings have been, undertaking these kind of initiatives?
Good question. The learning still continues.
Yeah, but then these learnings are something that we could pass on to others, and then maybe there would be some takeaways.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever little I've learned or I've been learning now, there are two things that I want to address. One is our Smile Vidyarthi scheme. Here, what we do is we take utmost care in the reality check when it comes to the students who seek support.
Mhm.
Important to actually know their financial status before extending support. And Smile strives towards supporting first generation school goers, I told you. Our
Yes.
endeavor is to get people from the uneducated to the educated bracket. And
Mhm.
yeah, merit is not our agenda. That's one of the thing. And the secondly, under the Smile Swachalaya scheme, we make it a point to employ and appoint women living in the vicinity of that particular rural school who
Yes.
are most deserving and are able to
Mhm.
deliver to the fullest.
Okay.
We have learned that the part-time employees do not work in our case. It's not like
Mhm.
doing everything and this becomes a part of their job. That doesn't help. That again makes most of the toilets redundant. So we have learned that we have to appoint the toilet maintenance staff full time.
Full time, yes. And also, Sangeeta, as far as I'm aware that you use transgenders also for some kind of work for a Smile Vidya, Swachalay. Will you be able to share some insights on that as well?
Yes. Uh, Here, in a very small way, we generate employment for them. What we do is uh, we take up these transgender who are technically or artistically trained. They know how to actually paint artistically, and we have a certain concept that they paint for our exteriors of the toilets. So in a small way, that kind of generates employment whenever we take up the construction, and yeah, we employ them. And here it's a small little story that I would like to share is
Yes.
during handing over one of these school toilet units, um, one of the girls, the transgender, she requested, if she could address these children and, the teacher that particular day. I was more than happy to having her address them. She said, I'm not, when she addressed the students, she said, well, I'm here not to tell you how to use the toilet, how to be clean. That anyway, Smile is doing it. What I want you to tell, what I want you to share here is these children, they worked very closely with the transgender when they were working at the school. It's a 10-day project basically. And when they work with these transgender, she had observed something. She said, how many of you are friends here with me now? And all the hands raised up. And she said, well, here you see how we are. Do you understand me? Are we nice people? Is what she said. And the children said, of course, you're so wonderful. And one thing she said, got tears into my eyes. She said, go back to your homes, Tell your neighbors, tell your friends that we are not bad people. Don't run away from us in the traffic signals. Don't be scared of us. We are just like you. What to do? God has made us this way. And share this among your friends. This is all I want to address, is what she said. And
Oh God, what a
yeah.
what you say, amazing story and a message, very strong message. You know that we need to kind of accept and embrace these people, right? There is a
I
little
don't know,
bit of
it's
change in
kind
the
of melted my heart for some reason. I can't
yes.
point what it is, but it kind of.
Okay, that's a nice message, Sangeeta. Another thing, this I personally want to know is you are a singer, you know, you run this academy, and you also work, with a lot of schools. How do you manage to juggle all these things?
Well, you have been in the corporate, it's all time management and delegating, you know that, right? Without it,
Yes.
it's not possible. And over the years, it's evolved. And
Mm-hmm.
as far as the music academy or my performing arts academy is concerned, we've been here almost 20 years now. So I have
Mm-hmm.
a very good team, and
Yes.
routine, I don't have to do the regular work. I have people,
Mm-hmm.
they do their jobs very well.
Mm-hmm.
That is taken care. Uh, yeah, as far as Smile is concerned, I'm in the forefront because I need to know everything that is happening there. Yeah, I have a very small team, and I want to build a team, a big team, and right now it's almost a one-person team.
Okay, okay, okay. That's nice. I think for these kind of works, I feel the universe will come together and put things in place. I mean, I
Yeah,
truly
yeah,
believe in it. Okay, and
yes.
is there anything else that you would want to add if we happen to miss out?
Um, I don't know. I don't think we've missed out anything, but
Okay,
I have 2 points to make,
please do, please do.
if I'm allowed to.
Yes.
Yeah, we have initiated generating employment project wise in a very small way to the transgender community, like I mentioned. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I urge people who are in the construction field to explore
Mm-hmm.
possibility in their projects.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be a transformation in the real sense for them
Okay.
by generating huge employment for the transgender sector.
Yes.
And secondly, my appeal to the government regarding the toilet maintenance across rural schools.
Mm-hmm.
There are no funds allocated paying salaries for the staff who maintain the toilets in particular. This is a vital area actually in Ilima that the government should definitely look into seriously.
Yes.
Unless a
Yes.
decent salary is paid to them, we will not find people taking up this job.
Mm-hmm.
And a janitor's job has to be treated as important as any other supporting staff assignments.
Yes. Yes.
And that is the only solution to keeping a hygienic and healthy environment.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And I appeal to the government.
Sangeeta, offline we will discuss about how do we go about this. I mean, we will discuss about this. Okay. Now we come to the last section of the show, where which I say that this is the fast five signature round, where I will be asking you 5 quick questions, and then you would need to answer them. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Could we start this?
Sure.
Yeah. The first one is, what was the last household chore, that is the domestic work, you did before going to the bed last night?
I cleaned my washing sink.
Okay. Uh, what is the most common word or a phrase you use?
Um, well, that's how it is.
Okay. If you have to go on a road trip, the 3 things that you would take along with you?
I would definitely take a wet tissue
Okay.
and a pen to jot
Okay.
things.
Mm.
And will never forget my specs because I can't read without it.
All right. And if you have to describe Gopi in a sentence,
Drummer par excellence.
wow. And what is your dog's favorite food?
Um, she's very temperamental. She kind
Mm-hmm.
my dog. I mean, I used to have a dog earlier. She
Mm-hmm.
she used to love idlis. The one I have now is self-adopted. She's a rescue kind of a dog, and
Mm-hmm.
she's pretty much temperamental. Sometimes she likes only curd rice,
Okay.
and sometimes she likes non-veg, which I don't give.
Okay.
And so it is Gopi who takes her and feeds her.
It's very nice to know that your dogs have curd rice.
Yeah, she loves curd rice.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, thank you so much, Sangeeta, for taking all the five questions, and I hope you enjoyed them.
I hope you know I did justice to her.
No, 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 it was fun. Because I know you so closely, I was actually wondering what is that I need to ask you something which is, that it would be a little out of the box and something that I can
Yeah, it was
ask you.
pretty much out of the box. Your five questions, I didn't expect it. I was thinking it's something to do with the toilets. Could be something else. I mean, you know.
Yes, Sangeeta, now we come to the end of this super inspiring and motivating conversation. And I thank you very much for sharing the journey with us and wishing you very best, you and your team, all the very best. And before I let you go, I would like you to share some kind of handles or contact details where the way people can reach out to you.
Sure. Can I share